The show, guys. Welcome back to the show. I will be kind of ignoring the chats because we do get a lot of trolls coming. So I am gonna kind of ignore the chat for a little bit, and then I'll get onto the chats later on and then filter through if there are any trolls. So let's talk about what the market's doing today, and I'm going to be talking about the a kind of a prediction, basically what the market may or may not do next week. Because look, we've got Christmas coming in. We all expecting a Santa rally. Whether you believe in Santa or not, that's a whole different story. I mean, me growing up as a child, because I was brought up in a Muslim family, I used to like ask myself, well, why doesn't Santa come to me? And I used to ask my parents, like, okay, every Christmas we give Christmas cards out to all the people, all the students inside the school, and we share all of this, right? But how come we don't get any presents, and how come Santa doesn't visit us, right? Are we on the naughty list, right? So yeah, growing up, Santa was a thing for me, so I'm just gonna basically go with it. And even now, basically, when we talk about Santa rally, yes, we're talking about Christmas, but there are other things, realistic things that happen, and I think we need to talk about this, right? So let's talk about Bitcoin and what the current market status looks like, right? So of course, today we're sitting back at $97,000. We went down to 92,000 something. Again, everything exactly pretty much as we predicted, even the recovery just kind of the way we predicted as well. So all of that's been happening, guys, and it's been freaking awesome, right? For obviously those of you guys who are new here, guys, my name is Sham. This is 0x5. The truth is always out there. And what I mean by that, you can actually go and see a timeline of every single video. If somebody wants to go and dox me or whatever, yes, every single video is a continuation of the previous video, and it's a continuation of conversations that we end up having on Discord as well. So sometimes we start in Discord and then we bring it here. So there are a few subjects on Discord earlier on, a few people mentioned. I am going to talk about those. But if you're new here, do consider smashing the like button, hit that subscribe, and let's grow the community, and probably you get some value. If you don't, then no one's stopping you. You can just leave and find somebody else, and that's not an issue. I'm just being transparent, guys. I'm an honest guy, absolutely real here. You will not get any BS here. Whatever you're going to get is just real stuff. So let's talk about this, right? So Bitcoin today at $97,260, looking okay, to be honest, looking okay. However, when you look at the weekly, so when we start looking at the weekly charts, right, things don't look that great. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? Things don't look that great. That's where we see a forecast of something disastrous coming towards us, right? And this thing could happen within the next week, within the next 2 weeks, within the next 4 weeks. So there's no guarantee when it's going to happen, but we know that we've got the early signal that something bad is about to happen. However, right, for those of you who are here just for the crypto, right, there are also some good signs as well, right? And I'm going to get into that in a bit, but I'm going to kind of hold it back a little bit, right? Let's talk about the daily. So on the daily, one good thing that's happened is pretty much every single top tier coins, right? If you're looking at the top 100 coins, they were all kind of in an overbought territory at some stage. They've kind of reset. So everything is reset now, and the market is showing us good signs that, look, guys, we're heading towards the oversold territory, or we have already oversold, one or the other. But it's a good opportunity to start buying the dip, right? So this is where we start focusing on the dip. Of course, I'm just going to say one thing here. So earlier on, I did mention something to one of our new members on Discord. He's actually an official member of YouTube as well. So he's a paid member of YouTube. I mentioned to him earlier on, I said, look, and he was talking about stop loss and other stuff. There are, like, when we talk about buy the dip, right, there's a little technique that I personally use, right, depending on what time frame, right? So but on a shorter time frame, there's a little technique that I use which actually helps me kind of stay calm and wait for the market to come to me. So if you are watching the video, of course the chat, I can't see the chats, right, for the moment, but if you are here, you're welcome to contact me. Don't worry, there's no charge, nothing whatsoever. I'll point it out to you what you need to focus on, right? Of course, I always say this to people, look, guys, if I'm offering you a help, then it's for nothing, right? Please don't get me wrong. And a lot of people are like, oh, you're plugging something, you're trying to make money. No, guys, it's not. If I'm genuinely offering you some help, that's help. If you come to me and you ask me for my time, that's a different story. So now that's out of the way. So please do contact me. And if you want, then yeah, I'll show you on your chart. So it's not, I'm not going to show you my chart or anything. I'll show you on your chart and I'll be like, that's what you need to do. So then things will be so much easier. So that's, an offer. I'll do it for anybody on the first time. But obviously selected, not everybody, right? Because people will come and start abusing it. Anyway, so let's continue with what we're seeing, right? So on the daily, everything's kind of reset, right? So we know that we've got a reset. right now it's coming in. Some of them haven't already reset. They're going to be another 24 hours to 48 hours to reset. And you've probably noticed on my previous videos where I give these timelines, right? Because that's how the RSI and the stochastic RSI, that's how all of these MACD and all of that, they work, right? So if you figure that out, you're the boss, right? So for me, the way I looked at it is like, okay, we've got another 24 hours to 48 hours, which pretty much is in line with the weekly close, which is fantastic. That means we're not doing something which is disconnected from the charts, right? It's connected to the chart. So that means that Monday, we should start seeing some positive notes. However, if I now go back to what I said earlier on, which I didn't say, right, which is on a 5-day, I'm seeing something fascinating happening. So 5-day candles work slightly different to the 7-day ones, guys. So 7-day ones and the 1-day ones, they're pretty good, right? But when you start looking at the 3-day and the 5-day, they work very differently compared to everything else. They do not care about your 7-day candles. They do not care about your monthly candles. They do not care about your daily candles, right? So understand this. This is how you got to understand these timelines, right? Evan and Max, hi. Nice to see you as well. Thank you. Hi. So chats are popping up. I don't even know how. But anyway, so when you start looking at the 5-day and 3-day, we start seeing something good forming on the charts, which is telling us that we could potentially have a lovely pump coming towards us, right? And that kind of falls within the similar time frame as Christmas. So if we do get a pump, we might actually see an actual Santa rally, right? Up to that time. But of course, as I said, the higher time frame, which is what I would use normally to kind of project or predict certain things, right? Or say there's a probability that there's a dump, which is exactly what I'm saying. Like, look, guys, every signal on the higher time frame is telling us we need to have a dump, right? And a dump is good for us, right? This 15% dump we had, okay, it's okay. It's not that bad. It could have been better, right? But BTC recovering again within a day or two, it's not good, right? We don't want this, right? So custom wrestling art, do you think coca will go down? I don't know which coca you're talking about, brother. There's 100 million types of coca. If it's crypto, there's probably hundreds of memes with the name coca. I don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about Bitcoin. Let's stick to Bitcoin. So the way I'm looking at this, right? So, and by the way, when I'm saying I'm talking about Bitcoin, don't take me the wrong way. I'm not trying to diss you or anything like this. You have to understand one thing, right? When I'm saying Bitcoin, you got to understand the current market relies on what Bitcoin does. And you can see that for yourself, right? Every time BTC goes up, everything goes up. Every time BTC goes down, everything goes down, right? And that's the honest truth. So for us to understand what the market's going to do in a 5 days time or a 7 days time, we have to start looking at Bitcoin as an indicator. And that's what I'm doing. I'm using Bitcoin as an indicator, right? Commodity London coca, okay, I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. I'm not doing stocks here. I'm doing crypto, so apologies. I don't follow stocks, because why would you follow stocks when we're doing 20, 30, 40, 50% in a day in crypto? Do you know what I mean? You can long it 20% down, and you can short it 20% down, and then you can long it 20% back up again. You can make 40% in a day. So our markets are a whole different, so this is not stock related. We don't like to talk about stocks here most of the time. So just being honest with you, do you know what I mean? I used to be a trader, by the way, so just to kind of divert away from what I was going to say, just because you're asking, right? I used to be a stock trader. I still am. I still hold some stocks in big corporations, right? But they're long term, right? They're just there, change money, whatever, extra money. I've just left it there. They've been there for like 5-10 years now, and most of them are dividend bearing. So I don't really care about the stock. I care about if it's a dividend bearing stock, because if they're paying me dividends regularly, then I'm okay holding that. If it's not, then what's the point holding it? So that's how I see stocks for me, right? I used to do FX quite a bit, so I used to be big on FX. Until I started doing crypto, and then on crypto I'm like, hold on, I'm making hundreds if not thousands of percent. Why would I even bother with these things? So yes, whatever I'm holding in the big corps, yeah, I'm holding them. That's not an issue. Like, when I'm saying big corps, for example, just go for an index fund, the safest one. Like in UK we've got FTSE, and then in the USA you got the S&P 500. Either one of those, very good. Just buy and just hold, because you can't really go wrong. Do you know what I mean? Overall, you can't go wrong. So that's how I look at it. And of course, tech stock as well, just look at them and just leave them. They're always the best. That's how I say, play it safe. There's no point risking it and betting on farm on one of the things, right? It just doesn't help. But that's my strategy. Again, this is not a financial advice, guys. Do whatever you want to do. It's your money. Go and burn it by all means, right? I'm not here to give you financial advice, right? Of course, when I do private meetings and private stuff, paid stuff, that's a different story. We have a private conversation. So that's what it is. What are the best trading platforms for crypto in the UK? Currently in the UK, The ones obviously that are regulated, you've got crypto.com, you've got Gemini Exchange, you've got Kraken Exchange, you've got Coinbase, and if you look in the description of this video, there's an exchange link there. They actually don't even need KYC, and they do allow you to purchase GBP or whatever if you want. But they don't do it the traditional means, so they use another platform as like a third party. But yeah, you can also buy with GBP, and at that time you will have to do KYC. So if you don't use GBP or like USD or whatever, then you don't need to do any KYC on that particular exchange. So that's a nice big one. It's very safe, and so far, according to all of it, nothing is safe anyway, but according to like CoinMarketCap, everything, it is highly rated, and there's a lot of volume there as well. Loads of people going there, and many people promoting it as well. I don't directly promote it here, but the link is in the description. You're free to go and do whatever, and if you do sign up, I might get a little kickback, whatever, if you use my referral link. If you don't, then yeah, it is what it is. But as I said, I don't plug stuff here, so custom wrestling arts, yes, NatWest does. NatWest hates it. But saying that, you know what, I've realized something. This is hilarious, right, to be honest with you. So I've had, and this is complete truth, 2020 until 2020, I've had NatWest, Nationwide, Santander, Barclays, Halifax, and what was the other one? Lloyd's Bank as well. I had Lloyd's Bank as well before they were TSB, but before they split, I had Lloyd's as well. Now this is quite funny, right? I never had issues with Barclays, Lloyd's, or Santander, right? And Nationwide, I've never ever had an issue. So even now, I don't have any issues with Nationwide. But then later on, I realized that Barclays started to get funny with some exchanges, not all of them, right? So they started to get funny. Lloyd's was the worst. They were like, oh, you're going into crypto. We don't want to do business with you. They actually told me they don't want to do business with me. And they actually kind of held my funds for a little while as well. They're like, oh, where are you getting all of that money? And X was, and I'm like, well, I'm buying, selling crypto. You can see where it goes. Because my accounts, I don't know, I'm a bit of a weirdo. I don't know if any other people here are like this, right? But I'm going to be honest with you. This is how weird I am. My mobile phone bill goes from a very specific bank account. All my other household bill go from a very specific bank account, right? For example, car insurance, I don't bother because I don't have monthly. I just pay it all in one go. So that's a different story. Anything I pay one go, that's a different story. Any bank, doesn't matter. But like my bills, my direct debits are set up in a very specific way. Now, when it comes to crypto, I use a very specific bank. So different exchanges, I have a different specific bank connected, right, which will allow me to buy. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I keep it. That's a way of me accounting. And also, like, end of the term, if I cash out or whatever, and then the tax man comes to me and says to me, oh, hold on, how much did you spend? I don't have a confusion. I know, look, this is the bank all the money went from. And that's what happened with Lloyd. I said to him, I said, this is the bank account the money went out from to this particular exchange, and then the money came back from that exchange. So what's the confusion? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. So, and it was a large sum of funds as well. So I was like, you know, I don't need the drama. So yeah, I left them. So yeah, but it's more to do with the bank and yourself as well, depending on your net worth as well, by the way. So I've noticed, like, sometimes a bank won't allow me to do it, but it will allow somebody else to do it from the same bank. And it's like, huh, how does that work, right? But it totally depends on some level of credit scoring, internal credit scoring, or some BS that they have. So it is, listen, this is just democracy, it's just politics, right? Because look what's happening now, right? A lot of these banks are starting to offer crypto themselves, right? It's like, hold on, you hypocrites, right? You didn't allow me to buy crypto, right? And now you're offering crypto yourself. It's like, what the hell is going on? So no, I haven't banked with the United Nation, Nation banks. No, I haven't. Sorry, I'm sorry, I haven't. Well, I've only banked with the national banks that we have. Let's just say the standard banks in the UK, the high street banks in the UK. I've banked with all of them, every last one of them. Digital apps, like, for example, you know, the technology, like, well, Monzo, Revolut, there's a few others. Yeah, when they popped out, yeah, I've had accounts with them. I still hold accounts with them, but it's not for that purpose. It's more like for paying my bills and whatnot, or receiving funds from something else, you know. So I keep things separate. I don't mix things. Right, that's the worst thing you could do. So that's what it is. Right, now we've had this whole conversation. Let's go back to crypto, right? Let's go back to crypto, because guys, this is important, what I'm seeing, right? So the way the charts look to me, especially on the 5-day and the 3-day, they actually look like as if we're doing a mid-market reversal, right? So you know, when the charts and indicators point towards a particular direction, saying you're bearish, you're going to go bearish, you know, all of that, right? So we know that Coots I haven't banked with. They're too expensive. You gotta be a certain net worth, and they charge a ridiculous amount of money per year just to be with them. So yeah, welcome to Coots. I'm not part of Coots. That's where King Charles and everybody's there. You know what I mean? That's where the royal family's bank. So yeah, they're getting free tax money, so why not? So yeah, I know about Coots, but yeah, I've even inquired. By the way, I'm not joking. I have inquired, and when they said you need to be a certain net worth, I'm like, okay, fine. And then they said you got to pay this much, right? And that just did. I was like, what? Hold on. I got to pay you to hold my funds. I mean, sorry, but I understand why they do it, and it's fine. It is what it is. End of the day, you know. Maybe if I have $1 billion somewhere sitting around, yeah, I'll jump onto Coots, because whatever money you spend, you'll actually get that back through various other investment means. Because when you join these kind of banks, you get a personal bank manager. That's your manager, by the way. He's available 24 hours a day. So you know that yearly charge you pay, you're paying for him. He's there 24 hours a day for you. And when you do investments and whatnot, you're going to get the best picks even before they release to the market, right? So banking with Coots, yes, comes with some serious level of benefits, right? You will be able to buy stuff that normal average Joe can't buy. You would be able to buy stuff that even elites can't buy, right? Just by being in Coots. So believe me, it's a serious bank. If you can afford it, it will pay for itself. I'm not even joking. It will pay for itself. That's how worth it is. But I just didn't see the point of it, because I'm just a normal guy, guys. I'm just a normal guy. You know, trying to stay humble, coming here to you guys and talking to you guys. That's my whole business end of the day. So yeah, maybe one day, you never know. You know, maybe yeah, one day. Maybe when I win the Bitcoin lottery, right? When Bitcoin goes to $1 million each, yeah, maybe then. But other than that, let's go back to crypto. So BTC, right? Actually, also what I'll do is I'll actually activate the chat, so now I can see everybody's chats. So what was I saying? With BTC, right? So the way I'm looking at it is, look, on the 5-day charts, I'm seeing a mid-market reversal, and that mid-market reversal could potentially start pushing back up, right? If it does push up, yeah, that's a good thing. That might give us another 10-15 days, right? So when you look at the 5-day candles, it might actually give us another 10-15 days. In fact, I can tell you exactly how long it might give us if we start pushing back up, right? Because I am seeing a mid-market reversal right now. And if that's the case, yeah, so we've got 4 days and 7 hours remaining for this candle to close. So we've just finished one, and that's where the mid-market reversal came in. So it's an early sign, but it's a good sign, right? It's a good sign, right? Faisal says, inshallah one day. Yes, my brother, inshallah one day. Why not? Yeah. So yeah, by the way, those of you guys who don't know what inshallah means, don't worry, we're not saying anything crazy here religiously. Inshallah means God willing. That's all it means, nothing else, right? Silent Sweet, my brother, nice to see you. Silent, I'm not far. Silent, because me and Silent, by the way, guys, obviously we're on live. Me and Silent going for dinner later on. So after this stream, I will be finishing the stream soon, right? We're not going to make this longer than an hour, but then I'm going to be meeting up with Silent, and we're going to be having some kebabs, right? Or some Turkish. It's a proper Turkish group, so Turkish grill. So we're going to go there, one of my favorite restaurants. I actually drive sometimes 15-20 miles to get back to this restaurant, believe it or not, right? Because I like their food, I like their salad. It's nice, and just atmosphere's nice, and they all know me as well. So anyway, so we've got about 4 days and 7 hours for this to close, and that's where I'm seeing this reversal sign, that pretty much in line with the Christmas. And of course, if we do get to that level, if we start pushing towards there 4 days later, 5 days later, right, this 4 days 7 hours, right, on let's say 5th day, if we do get to that level, we could actually see a continuation upwards for, I don't know, 10-15 days. I think that's a good sign, right? That's a good sign. So that means we could enter a new year with absolute positive attitude in the market, right? That's a good thing. As I said, on the daily and on the shorter time frame, most of the alts have reset. So now this is what I was talking about. If BTC bleeds out, goes to 92k, 90k, even up to 86 to 80k, right, then the alts will start moving, and that's what I was hoping for. Unfortunately, BTC doesn't want to sit back, right? BTC is like, no, you ain't keeping me down, right? But if BTC stayed there for a week or two, so this is the key here. If BTC stays down for a week or two, so the next 15 days, if BTC stays down, then every single alt has reset its indicator saying we're in oversold territory, buy us right now, buy that dip. And that could potentially start rallying the altcoin. That means that the altcoin season that just started, which obviously has been stifled by Bitcoin, right, because of the pumps and the dumps, right, could actually start pumping, and we could easily see from here a lot of these coins give us 5-10x from here, right, as long as BTC doesn't move. So we don't want to see BTC move. That's all I'm saying. King's here. Awesome. Nice to see you. King's nurtured. Okay, nice to see you. Insightful. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. It is, listen, there's plenty of things that I've been involved in. So I know you guys have heard me on this channel. There's a lot of things I don't say, guys. There's various reasons. I'm not here to promote anything. So Kings, I'm just speaking to you and anybody else who wants to understand what I'm about. There's so many things I cannot say on YouTube for various reasons. It's public record, guys. So there are things I can't say, right? And I'm totally honest about that. There are things I can't say because those things could come back and bite me or bite someone that I know, well, who I might end up talking about. So I can't, right? So there are things that I do, my daily life, my business, what I do, right? I actually consult. I call it a consulting. It's not. Pretty much I teach people, do all sorts of other stuff, right? So educational. Let's just call it educational. So I get hired out to do this stuff, right? And yeah, even help people do loads of different stuff in crypto. But I can't talk about that here. And through that, I get to meet some really, really great people in high positions, right? And, you know, it's like it starts off low, but then you actually end up meeting some people. For example, these are some names I can say to you. Here's a good fun fact, right? I have the phone number and a full connection, basically, of the previous boss of the current Binance US CEO. So, you know, the person who's running USA Binance cryptocurrency exchange, I have a connection to them through the person's previous boss. And that's like a big deal, right? Yeah, I have the boss. So what? It doesn't make any difference. You know what I mean? So for me, it doesn't. But that's because that person has come to me. So it's hilarious. It's like that person somehow managed to come around and like, okay, they, you know, through other means, and they're like, okay, you do this, that, whatever, can you help us organize this? Because again, a lot of the traditional guys, and I'm connected with a lot of traditional people, right? So the traditional banking guys or investment related guys, they don't really understand crypto. They understand it goes up, they understand the money, but they just don't understand. So sometimes they need someone who's inside. They just come and ask me. So a lot of the time we have a great, you know, we meet over tea or coffee or something like this, or lunch or dinner, and someone would just come and say to me, can you explain to me Bitcoin? I'll be like, yeah, fine. And that's all it is. We're not, you know, we're not there for financial reasons, but just a simple friendly gesture that I'm getting invited to go and meet someone. I'll go there and they'll be like, can you explain Bitcoin to me? We know it goes up, we know all of what everything's done, so don't worry about that. What is it? And then when you explain it to them, then either they convert to it or they don't. Do you know what I mean, right? And I'm not there preaching it to anybody else. So Money says, where's your brother at? Which brother? Which brother? Do I have a brother? All of you are brothers, aren't you? Oh man, Money, are we all brothers here? You mean the person that was here the other day, the troll that was here the other day? Yeah, the troll caused us a bit of a confusion because we have a Discord member by the name of Bobby, and this guy pops up and Bobby, and for a brief moment I thought it was Bobby, and then I realized no, actually Bobby's name is SM on YouTube, and he's confusing by the way. He's got a different name on YouTube, he's got a different name on Discord, and he's got a whole different name for his oh man, this guy, you got to remember everything about him. Oh yes, no, that's so clean shave. Yes, I've just been to the what do you call this? Well, I don't know if you call it barbers or hairdressers, right? I've just been to the barber shop because so I like to get my so basic. How would I say this? I don't want to say this publicly, but let's say anyway, right? So I usually get my like you know my ears around here. I get some hair, so I get that waxed. So whenever I go there, they usually wax it. So I had that waxed, basically. I like that waxed. So yeah, this is just a normal routine, you know, grooming. Yeah, that's just normal grooming routine. So when I went there, yeah, they just do it. It's only a couple of quid, so yeah, that's what it is. But no, I mean, I don't shave that often anyway. I'm not a daily shaver. I don't do that. I only like, for example, I will daily shave if I've got meetings with important people. I'll literally wear a suit every single day. So you're seeing me in this normal attire, but believe me, there are times when it will be an entire month where I'm busy, I'm doing meetings or whatnot, I'm meeting with loads of corporate people and this and that for various reasons, and I'll be wearing a suit. I'll be wearing a suit and tie. So that's been the case as well sometimes, but it's not all the time because it depends on the scene, like where you're going. Does that make sense? So if I'm going to a corporate meeting or some sort of a meeting with some sort of heads, then I'll dress up to impress, right? But if I'm just meeting as a friendly thing, that's a different story. I don't really care. Do you know what I mean? I don't even bother shaving. So yeah. No, I didn't, brother. Sorry, Manila. I didn't clock on that, man. Beard cease, you keep it. Okay, thank you. Some people have said that, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't, but I do shave. I shave every other day. You know what I mean? But yeah, sometimes when I'm at the barbershop, then yeah, they just look after me a little bit more. You know, a head massage and whatnot, and this and that. Of course, to get a nice tip, it's okay. And they're local to me as well. Nice people. Yeah, you know, it's just nice. You keep it in, you keep it local. Do you know what I mean? You help your local people, local businesses out. That's the whole thing. You know. So yeah, so where were we? Right, so crypto, let's go back to crypto, right? So Bitcoin, the way I'm looking at it is 5 days is going to be good, right? Everything looks reset on the daily. They're definitely reset. We should see a massive pump, and with Bitcoin, 5 days, within 5 days we're going to see something. I hope it doesn't crash, right? Because if it does, it's gonna like, we're in the reset and it's just gonna keep on resetting. It's like buy the dip and then buy the dip again. No, we don't want that. But I think this is a good opportunity because everything is indicating that it is going to move for at least for the next 5 days. Again, by the way, I want to talk about stop loss, right? So yes, briefly I mentioned about Desi Rider. And again, I'm shouting out to Desi Rider again. Desi Rider, if you're here, my brother, same again, I'm going to tell you, don't hesitate to contact me. I'll happily show you how that works, right? It will only take 10-15 minutes. I'll show you how that works, right? And don't worry, there's no charge or anything. I'll happily show you how that is done. So yeah, this is my offer to you to help you out, basically, so you don't lose money and you understand how the stop losses work, right? But remember one thing, what I'm going to say to you, stop loss, it's not just about simple going there and putting a stop loss. You have to use two tools to do a stop loss. One obviously is the chart, right? Because that's going to give you your say ABC corrections or whatever waves you're looking at. That will give you that. But also you got to calculate the delta, which is the percentage difference, right, that you're willing to exit out, right? So for example, when I see the chart is looking like it's going to bleed, I decrease the delta. So instead of, say for example, I have an average 10%, I would reduce it to 2%, because I mean, if it goes down 2%, I want to buy again. Do you know what I mean? So I usually do that. However, right, the other strategy that I use, I don't actually go all in. So I always have some USDT or cash sitting around, right? So I'm ready. Sometimes I have a buy order at a specific level and a stop loss as well. So either way, all I'm doing is just recycling the money. Do you know what I mean? So there are strategies. I'll happily teach you all of those things. As I said, look, most of the time, that's what I do when I do my consultations, basically, with people. I'm like, here, guys, this is the entire strategy. So yes, there's more to it, right? I might not give all of it, but I'll happily give you some of it. That's not an issue. I'll help you out. Help the brother out. No problem. So Manil says, I'm waiting until Trump comes in January, then it pumps. Yeah, January we could definitely see a pump just from the hype. Definitely could see that. I mean, he's been making loads of bold predictions, bold calls, right? He's been shouting out, saying he wants to buy 1 million individual bitcoins for the US Treasury, which is fine. I don't think, like, okay, he says that, but a lot of people know this, right? That the FBI, CIA, whatever you want to call it, Homeland Security, whatever you call it, they've seized hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Bitcoin already. So technically they already hold it. I think they're just going to make it public now instead of selling it, because that's what they do. Traditionally, they come and sell a little bit for whatever reasons. But I think now they're just going to hold on to that, because I know they have hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin already that they've recovered from, say, Alpha Bay, from other places, other nefarious stuff, even drug deals, right? They've got those. You know what I mean? So if they've already got those, I don't see... But it's news. Listen, it's news. Good. Any news is good news, right? So sideways is what I want to see. Money. This is the thing. I definitely want to see a sideways. BTC sideways is the best thing anyone could wish for Christmas. You want a big Christmas present? You want to be on Santa's big gift list? You want BTC to go sideways. Even now, doesn't matter. Okay, fine, we recovered back to 97. It's not good. It's not good, but we've at least helped the indicators reset a little bit. But what we want to do is move sideways until middle of January to the end of January. We want to move sideways, right? And then we want to do the pump. But that 3-4 weeks will give the alts some chance, because they're all reset already. They're ready to go. They're ready to shoot. And I want to see that 4-5x minimum, maybe even 10x on some of the alts from here. Because remember what I said on yesterday's video, those of you who watched it, yesterday's live stream, right? What I said was, the way you got to think about it is, if we get a correction, 20-25% Bitcoin correction, and Bitcoin moves sideways for a week or two, that's pretty much the same as us being in 2023 January. Right? That's the same as us being in, say, even, let's just say, come closer and say, okay, 2024 January. That's the level. So whatever price we had at that time in January, right? From there, whatever percentage pumps we did, like 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x that we did, that's the potential this is going to give us. So most people don't see that. When I'm talking to a lot of people, they don't understand the logic behind it, right? There's a freaking logic behind it. If we're at 100K and we move sideways for 2-3 weeks and the market doesn't end, altcoins start pumping. Well, where's the altcoin profits going to go back to? Back to BTC, right? So when it goes back to BTC, BTC could shoot from here another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7x. Do you know what I mean? That's how hopeful I am, because look, there's $40 trillion coming from the institutions to the centralized parts, like the enterprise blockchains. It's coming. We know that, right? But that will the money will filter into other altcoins as well, especially anything on the top 100, top 200 levels. In fact, there are other coins that are sitting nowhere near the top 100. Nowhere near. I'm not even joking. There are coins that are currently sitting somewhere in the 3,000, right? Or something level, like rank in the coin market cap. They don't even have the fully diluted market cap is like $5-6 million. They're blue chips, by the way. These are blue chips that are sitting, waiting. They have all the investments. They have all the backing. But the market cap is at $4-5 million, right? However, I do see when the BTC pumps, they also pump. So there's one or two I'm going to mention, not now, guys. I'm not going to mention it now. I'm going to mention it when it's bloody. So you guys know that I'm not shilling anything, right? You guys know that I want you to have the best deal, right? So when we see BTC, if we see BTC, and I'm hoping, right? If we can see BTC go to $86,000, $88,000, if we, right? Or if we see like 2-3 weeks of sideways movement and we see a little bit of a dip and everything is bleeding out a little bit, that's when I'm going to tell you guys what these coins are, because they bleed out 30, 40, 50%. So you'd rather get a 50% discount than buying now, because if you buy now, you're buying the pump. Don't buy the pump, right? Don't buy the green. Buy the red. So I will happily, on a live stream, when I see the right time, because I do daily live streams anyway, I will happily mention what these coins are, right? Whether you buy it or not, it's up to you, right? But at that time, it will be the bloodiest, and that's when you want to buy, right? That's when you want to buy, right? And then I know later on when they start announcing it, watch how these coins go from rank number 3,000 all the way to like rank number bloody 50 on the coin market cap. That's when you know you made the money. These are 10, 15, 20x, if not 100x coin. All right, I will talk about it at the right time, but not yet. Right, let's see what the messages are saying. So Manil says, I'm waiting. Okay, that's fine. I got that. KR, yes, my brother. Nice to see you here. Money says, regardless if BTC goes up and down, it's better than the bank 12-18 months life-changing. Yeah, no, 100%. Listen, 100% better than the banks. Hence why a lot of the guys who have watched my videos from like last 4 years know this, right? I've made an announcement. I've talked about it on a video as well. And I said, guys, look, I've given up on the banks. I've just given up. Because here you are, you trust them. And that's the story I was telling you about what Lloyd's Bank did with me, right? In the beginning of this video, I talked about it. And that's what it is. It's like, you know, how much you're buying from that bank, you're sending money from that bank to a specific exchange, right? And that you're receiving funds from that specific exchange. But the only difference is you sent, say, for example, $1,000, and you came back with, just for the sake of this video, let's say $10,000. They're questioning you. They're like, well, where did you get that? It's like, are you stupid? I sent it to an exchange and it came back from an exchange. So obviously I made that money in the exchange. I traded it, right? It's not my fault that the assets that I've bought are now worth so much more in valuation, that I've received so much more, right? But the money's come back. I'm only going to send it back again and buy more when the time is right. But I'm just holding it here. So I lost faith and I was like, you know what? I'd rather go on USDT, USDC or whatever and just sit there, because what's the point if you don't if you're going to be able to seize my bank account, block my bank accounts just because you feel like it, you're holding me hostage with my own money. That's not right, because you miss opportunities this way. So I was like, you know what, at least the blockchain doesn't discriminate, right? So I'd rather be on the blockchain. And saying that in the UK, most average bank, depending on what kind of account you have, if you've got a savings account, yeah, you get the higher rate of interest, right? But most average bank will give you like 0.5% a year or something stupid like that, unless you save. But I don't want to save because I need to buy and sell, right? But liquid staking is much better for us. So when we're staking USDT or USDC, we're getting 3-4%, 2% on a bad year, for example. But 3% annually, that's a lot better than banks. You know, and I'm able to withdraw my funds whenever I want from those staking pools and go and distribute it wherever I want. So that's what I gave up. 2020 I gave up, and I've mentioned it on the videos as well. So yeah, yes, money BTC sideways is the best. Chaos says I think usual cycle, I think that's what you mean. Chaos says 120 to 140, right, then correction and final blow off to 220. I hope so, my brother. But remember what I said to you, the higher we go, if we go to 120, 140k and then we do a 10, 15, 20% dump, right, or even a 30% correction, so we're talking about correction, the effect of that on the market is going to show up larger. So that's what you got to understand. You know, like for example, if you have $100 and you know it's something's worth $100, right, and you lose 20%, well, it's going to show that you lost $20, fine. But if it's worth $200, the same percentage is going to show $40. So you see what I mean? Now, if you go double than that, it's going to show up larger, and that's what I mean. It's going to show up as a bigger chunk, even though it's not percentage-wise. It's still the same percent. But people's psychology doesn't work like this. Years ago, when we had a couple of $100 million worth of liquidation, people used to panic because remember we had such a low market cap. Like the total market cap, and now we're sitting at 3-point-something trillion, right? Now if we have a few $100 billion get wiped out, no one even bothers. They don't even flinch. The same would be if you were in the stock markets. Believe me, they'll shut down the entire market and start panicking. We don't have that, right? Because it's fine, it's normal for us. Do you know what I mean? So but if the price gets bigger, some people will be affected. Most of us won't. Us lot who have been in crypto for so long, we're battle hardened. We're fine. We want a 20-30% correction. Think about it. I'm screaming about it here for the last 3 weeks. We need a 20-25% correction. This is us, the crypto guys, saying we need. Whereas in traditional markets are going to panic and literally going to diarrhea on their pants. Do you know what I mean? Because they don't understand this. They've never seen these kind of moves before. Do you know what I mean? So think about it this way, right? So yeah, I mean, yeah, if that makes sense, like they won't be able to handle it. So we don't want to go to a higher number and then do a 20%, because remember what I said, if we go, so for example, we've got 150k and we dump, just for the sake of this video, say 20%, 150k minus 20%, that's about 30 grand, which is nothing. 150k, 30 grand, but 30 grand multiplied by the number of coins available on the market, then you're hitting $1 trillion, like, you know, like a few $100 billion. That's what causes the panic. We don't panic. We buy the dip. They panic. And unfortunately, they hold most of the coins these days. So you got to really be careful, right? So that's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. Matthew, my brother. What's up, my brother? Little late, but I'm here. Yes, no, you didn't miss anything. I think I'm kind of reiterating most of the stuff that we're talking about anyway. So I love yes KR. Faisal's asking a question. How long do we think we have, bro? Let's go for it. All right. Mania says waiting for 84k BTC, then buy the dip. Okay. You're waiting for 84k. 84k we could potentially hit, but I think whatever happens, we like look sideways between 8, let's just say good number, 86 to 88 is good so far. I think it's healthy, right? Okay, we can even go down maybe to 76, 78k. That's also healthy. In fact, that's going to be bigger and better for us, provided we can hold. But at that time, we can also be fearful that we might have a cascading effect. right? We're saying we're going to buy at that level, but everyone else is now panicking, thinking the market's over, right? And they shoot the price down even further, right? And everybody gets liquidated and pushes the market even further, because that's what a cascading effect does. When one person panics, everybody else starts panicking and everything starts to dump down and it's uncontrollable, right? So that could happen as well. So hence why I say trade with a stop loss, have a good delta, and yeah, you'll be fine, right? So then 2027 back in the market can turn into 1 to 2 mil. I'm hoping so. 2027, so 2027 we could definitely have another bull run for sure, right? 2020, yeah, 27 we could have a bull run, but what you need to focus on is not the bull run, right? This is crazy. The way, and most of the guys here know about this, you don't focus on the bull run. Forget the bull run. Bull run's when you start thinking about your exit plans. You want to think about the bear market bottom. When could that bear market bottom be? What could be that one price, that magic number that I could buy? Because that's all you have to do. And that could be in at, middle of 2025 to the end of 2025, maybe even middle of early 26, or maybe middle of 2026, right? So we know that there's a probability we could have it around those times. Whatever the time is, that's when we want to buy, because at that time, if we buy, that's the cheapest, and we can actually do longs and whatnot and sit on it for 6 months if we have to, right? We can just sit on it and you're making money doing nothing. You're making money doing nothing, because the 10-15% pumps and dumps don't even bother you anymore, because you bought it, you bought the bottom, and there's only one direction you're going, up again, right? So by 2027, you're ready to take your initial out and some profit, have a holiday, while the remainder still makes you money. Do you know what I mean? So there's so much to do. There's so much to do. So it's all about planning. So plan for the next bull run. This bull run is the beginning of the end of this bull run, right? So we're coming to the end of this bull run. We don't know when, maybe 6 months, 6 weeks, whatever. But then we start planning for the beginning of the next cycle, right? So we need to stop planning for that. And we say we want to plan for the end of the bear market, right? So this is the beginning of the end. But now we're going to plan for the end of the beginning, right? So I know it's kind of crazy, but that's what I want to do. So yeah, it's going to be crazy. Let's see what happens, bro. Let's see what happens. So waiting on BDC. Lord Luxury says, why did you ban me, Sham? I didn't ban you, brother. Please don't accuse me of banning anybody. I didn't go on there and ban you. You got banned by the community. Sadly, you got banned by the community. And when I say community, for example, Matthew's now a moderator too, so guess what, he's also part of the community. I give the authority to people of the community who come here daily, who are respectful, right, to moderate these chats. So Lord Luxury, if you thought I banned you, you're wrong, right? So don't do that. Don't feel like that. I won't ban. In fact, if you watch the video, I did say, why did you ban him? Don't ban him. It's fine. If someone's got something to say, say it. It's not an issue. You know what I mean? Because end of the day, look, I'm here. You guys are coming here as well. And I'll get some hate. I'll get some hate from some people. But it's fine. You're okay to have your own opinion. Just don't be disrespectful. That's all I'm saying. Other than that, carry on. Lord, I didn't ban you, bro. I didn't ban you. I know, Snizzy. I didn't ban you. If you on Discord, even on Discord, most of the guys could tell you I had a go at KR. I said, KR, we don't do stuff like this. I didn't ban you, bro. So please don't accuse me of something. Again, like the reason you got banned, and remember that message you sent about the list of stuff, right? That kind of pissed off a whole bunch of people in the community. For myself, right? For myself, I actually gave you the thing again, because you were correct. Everything you were correct, but the difference was that you thought, I'm going to have channel memberships. I'm going to do classes. I'm going to do also some other stuff you mentioned, right? Coincidentally, I already have all of those things. So your whole idea of me starting those things was wrong, right? And people just didn't like. They're like, hold on, this guy clearly doesn't like. They felt that you're not respecting me. But I said to them, I said, don't. I'm just an individual. This group is not just for me. Yes, I may have created it. I may have been the original founder of it, but it's a community thing. So we give people chances. So I'm a humble guy. End of the day, I'm not going to ban someone. So Lord Luxury, if you felt like that, I apologize to you. No, I didn't ban you, bro. I didn't ban you. I didn't ban you. And you're welcome to come back to the Discord or whatever, and you can go through the message and see what I said publicly, please. All right. But don't accuse me on a live stream, please. All right. I'm always humble, and I don't, even when you sent that message, I said to you, you're fine to have your thing. your opinion about me or whatever you think about me, even if it's meme coin, whatever. All right. Costan says our meme coin, not his. That's the truth, but that's what Snizzy doesn't understand, or Lord Luxury. Unfortunately, he didn't understand that, so it's a sad reality. All right, Lord Luxury, you've joined us and this is on a live stream, so please keep this video, save this video. Right, you've joined us very recently. Before many of these people, Costana and many other people, right? Before these guys have joined the community, before these guys have joined this YouTube channel, right? Before these guys joined this YouTube channel, I was already working on a cryptocurrency, which I clearly told people on my videos that I'm going to be creating a cryptocurrency. So there's nothing new about me creating a meme coin. One, right? That's one of the things. The other thing, memberships. I've already got membership, right? In fact, Costana's friend, right, was one of my first members on this channel when the memberships went active back in 2020, like early 2021, right? His friend was the first person to be a member, right? And Costana isn't even from UK. So his friend shared the link to my channel to a friend of his in another country to come and watch me. So that was an official member. I didn't ask anybody for membership. I'm still not asking anybody for membership. Is the links there? Yes, it's there. You're welcome. If you want to support me, by all means, right? The other reason I put a coffee link, I said, okay, some people want to support me. No problem. If you want to buy me a coffee, by all means, it's there for you. So don't go around accusing me of something that I haven't done. Because as I always say, the truth is always out there. Believe me, there's over 700 videos. And if you just watch the videos according to the time, because sometimes you might find they're pre-recorded, sometimes you might find them live stream. But if you put the dates in order, you will see I've mentioned I already have a cryptocurrency project. I've already mentioned that. Right? There's nothing new here. So for you, it's new, but for my community, it's not new. Right? However, I'm not the type of guy who's doing it to make money or take something off you. Hence why I've never launched it. I've never launched it. And even now, when I'm talking about this, I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for you guys, right? The community members. But you clearly don't understand that. You think there's something behind it. I'm going to get something. No. No. You know what I mean? Oh, by the way, just to let you know, I have 3 cryptocurrency projects, just to let you know. And yet none of my community members know what the coins are. And none of my community members own a single one of them because I've never showed it. And the truth is out there. Go on the Discord and see if I've ever published a single contract address. Go and see. I won't. I'll only promote what's out there already, whatever people talk about. I don't go around promoting other people's stuff, right? Even today, when I said I'll mention this particular coin that has like $4 or $5 million market cap, right? It's a blue chip, right? You might assume it's mine. It's not. You can go and check out. You can go and dox it. Listen, I'm fully doxed. I'm fully doxed. Twitter, this, that, whatever. I'm here. You got my face. You got me. Everything is there. My entire thing is there. You know what I mean? I'm everywhere. And by the way, you search 0x files. Every platform that you can think of, I'm there. So don't take it the wrong way anyway. But it's okay. It's okay. Listen, I don't see the reason why I need to do a long-winded explanation. But please don't turn around and say I banned you. I don't do that. That's what the moderators will do if they don't feel it's right. But my job is to obviously sometimes go and speak to the moderators and say, don't do that, right? So that's what I said. Faisal was there, right? Faisal was there as well, I believe. I think Matthew was there as well. I think Matthew, you're new. You can vouch for that. What did I say on Discord regarding the Snizzy being banned? What did I say? I said, don't do that. We don't do that. We give people a chance. And if someone dislikes me as an individual, it's fine. If someone doesn't trust me, it's fine. I'm just one person. There's 140 people on that Discord. So people are free to feel however they feel. You know what I mean? Pothead, my brother. My brother, nice to see you, man. How you doing? I appreciate you coming here, man. It's been a while. Last time I saw you, it's been a while since I last saw you. Matthew, the truth is out there, brother. So, you know, it's sad. It's sad that I don't know why Sneezy comes and feels like he needs to just point fingers at me or attack me. I don't know. Brother, I've been humble. I've welcomed you to my home. Discord is my home, right? It's not, you know, and you're welcome there. We share comments. There are things that you felt in a particular way. You've called me a hypocrite, like in a funny way regarding XRP. So I exploded regarding that. I don't even know why, because I've never ever contradicted myself. What I feel about the founders and what I feel about how the whole thing is, like how centralized it is, I've always stood by that. what I feel about the coin and the community of holders, I've always also stood by that as well. You know what I mean? So I don't go around changing what I say. So it's sad. It's sad. So yeah, there you go. Lord Luxury, it seems like a dictatorship. I simply pointed something out and your community banned me. What kind of community is that? I don't know. You were part of that community. Maybe the community felt that you're attacking. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to protect me. I don't know. I can't say, but I did have a go, and I did say, and as I said, Matthew's new. He just joined like a day or two ago, right? I said immediately, I said to KR, I said, KR, because I searched for your name, because I was gonna, like earlier on today, I searched for Desi Rider, who's a new member on Discord. I searched for Matthew, who's a new member on Discord, and I actually searched for you as well to ask, what would you like me to talk about? This is me being humble. I just wanted to ask, what would you like me to talk about? Like asking certain members of the community, guys, you're new here. I want to get engaged with you guys, and I want your feedback. And of course, I'm asking you guys, what do you want me to talk about? I'm asking you. You tell me whatever you want to talk. So at that time, I noticed you wasn't there. So I said to KR, I said, KR, did you ban him? If you did, we don't do that, brother, right? It's okay. And that's what I was explaining to him. So again, what kind of community? I don't know, bro. I'm not a dictator. I don't make that. Other than making the group, I don't control the community. So again, you're kind of contradicting what you just said there. Do you know what I mean? You're contradicting what you just stated there. Your writing is that it's a dictatorship, but how can I be a dictator if my community is doing whatever they did? How am I the dictator? Do you know what I mean? Sorry, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm really sorry. You know, it just doesn't make any. I'm kind of lost right now. So honestly, it's a public chat. Also on Discord, a lot of the time people sometimes contact me privately for any, like they need some help or something. They don't want to disclose or they don't want to show certain things on the main chat. They will privately contact me. Even though they privately contact me, I will go back and put a reply saying, oh, I hope your problem is solved or something like this. I hope, and make a joke or something. It's like someone doesn't have a bad idea, because I'm not conspiring. I'm not doing anything behind anyone's back. You know what I mean? Everyone can see who my moderators are. And when it comes to KR is my lead moderator. He's my lead moderator. And I've never met KR in my entire life. I've never met KR in my entire life. But he's one of the most trusted person there. You know what I mean? He supports me. So end of the day, that's what it is. But I've left it to the community to govern themselves. It's not even a democracy. I mean, technically it is a democracy, because I asked the community, what would you like, guys? So technically it's a democracy. How can it be a dictatorship? You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway. It's okay, guys. I hope many of you guys who have watched this video, like this live stream right now, if you're watching it right now, live stream, and if you're going to watch it later, I hope it makes sense to you. And as I said, guys, please, if you want to, all right, and I'm requesting all of you guys, if you really want to go and see what I'm about, please go and watch every single video in timeline order. That will make total sense to you, how this community started, right, and what it's become, and who I am and what I'm about. And you will see a pattern the entire time, right? And some of the things that people have accused me of, you'll see that I've already done those. So if you're accusing me now of trying to monetize you guys, take money off you and this and that, no. I said to Desi Rider earlier on, I said, Desi, you can come in, ask me. Don't worry, I'm not asking you for money. I don't know why he didn't message me back, but I'm not asking him for money. I reached out to Jack the Lad the other day. Like Jack the Lad, he was on the live stream and he mentioned something. I said, Jack the Lad, no problem, bro. Contact me. I won't charge you anything. I'll happily help you out. I'm not in it for them. This is where the thing is. People, they think I say, and this, I know. Probably you got hurt somewhere, done somewhere, right? You know, people say like if they say I'm not in it for the money, but actually they are. I'm not that guy. I am who I am, and I'm really open about that. Yes, and that's I agree. Listen, I haven't read the rest of them, but Lord, what you just said, it could have been discussed. I said something non-hateful. You purely acted your emotions by removing me, and that's weak. Again, you're just, you see what I mean? So your whole idea is that it's me. Everything is me. Bro, I apologize and I'm sorry, and I can't really help you anymore. You are literally making a fool of yourself on Discord, because I didn't do any of those things that you're accusing me of. Right? I didn't do any of those things. I didn't kick you. I didn't ban you. I've been reasonable. I tried to explain to you. I tried to correct whatever wrongs you had. So please, right? don't blame me for it. Oh, okay, so you're saying KR. Okay, fine. If you're talking to KR, that's a different story. But please don't blame me for something I haven't done, because I haven't. Whatever I've done, whatever I've said, as I say, the truth is always out there. It's on Discord. It's interconnected. It's on Discord and YouTube. Those are the two places you will find every single evidence of what I've said, right? And if someone comes and tells me that I've did something, or I'm planning to do something, or I'm going to do something, or I'm planning to monetize, those things, whatever you're accusing me of, is already there. So what kind of an accusation is that? Oh, you're going to ask us for membership. Memberships are there. It's part of YouTube. When you have 1,000 subscribers, well, back in the days, I don't know now, but when you had 1,000 subscribers, immediately, all of a sudden, yeah, you can actually have memberships. And I had that. Do you know what I mean? Many guys here support me through that. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Anyway, so you guys have fun on the chats. So, oh man. But anyway, guys, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, right? As I said, guys, also, guys, I want to speak, please, all of you guys, stop chatting on the chats, and let me just say something clearly here, right? I'm going to say this, and I hope everybody respects this, right? I know many of you guys have respect for me and love for me, and I honor that. Honestly, I really appreciate that. But I'm going to say this to you guys. Unless someone is being absolute nuisance, don't kick them. We're not going to kick them. Even from these chats, we're not going to kick them, right? If someone's being completely disrespectful, we're going to, you know, that's the only time we will kick them. But other than that, if someone has an opinion, if someone has a comment, if someone feels in a particular way, the correct thing to do, the most logical thing to do, right, is basically have a discussion and see if they, and you know, if they basically understand or not, or give them a chance to understand, because a lot of the people are new, they don't understand, and you know, you like my energy or the way I talk or the things I say might hit them in the face really hard. All of a sudden, it's like, what the hell is this guy saying, right? But end of the day, if we don't give people a chance to understand you for who you are, you're like me for who I am, or you know, if I don't understand you, how am I supposed to know how to deal with you? Because that's how it is. It's like we got to know how to deal with each other and ultimately get along with each other, and that's my whole thing. So I've never been biased towards anybody. I don't favor anyone over the other. So end of the day, for me, everybody's the same, you know, because as I say, I don't know who you are, I don't know your face, I don't need to know. I just see a username, and that's it. That's good enough for me, you know. And that, if that username behaves, it's great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I mean? So that's how it is. But let's stay humble, let's stay friendly, guys. Let's not fight over things. This is childish. Let's not do this. We're all adults and very mature, and that's how I like to keep the community. So please don't fight. Okay, and KR, please unban him, right? I know you're the lead moderator. Please unban him. Okay, and you're welcome back to the group and everything, and yeah, it's fine, right? Next time, if you have any questions, just ask me, and you'll always get a straight answer. If it's something I cannot tell you for any privacy reasons or something, I won't answer. I'll just say I can't answer, right? But anything else, you'll always get a straight answer from me. So you don't have to come up to me like as if you're like the other day, that message, what KR banned you for, was more like you were attacking me, like kind of accusing me of doing certain things. And that's what they didn't like, because the truth is I've already done all of those things. So your perception towards me was that I'm going to do all of those things, but I've already done it. So you know, I've done cryptocurrencies, I've done stuff on the blockchain. I you know, some of the consulting that I do are for projects for other people that they want to do. You know, I've got friends in the community. In fact, on our Discord, we have developers of other projects in our community. Maybe you should have had a look at who these guys are, right? You'd have seen that we actually have developers, right, who I've actually even done streams with or had conversations with. They are on my Discord. They follow me. They're on the YouTube. They follow me. They watch my videos, right? Developers of other communities, other actual cryptocurrency projects. So you know, so I go back quite a bit anyway. All right, so right, I'm gonna leave. Okay. All right, guys, stop fighting. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. Okay, we don't need that. I see Mr. Badass here. Nice to see you, Mr. Badass. My God, what's going on? Let's talk about crypto. Yes, Mr. Badass, we're going to talk about crypto. Pothead, I would be interested in joining Discord. You're welcome. The links are down below. Please join. Lord says, I respect you. You kept it real. But KR trying to act like a lone wolf. XRP update, KR says, okay. I respect all of you guys, and as I say, I always try and stay humble. And for me, if somebody has a difficulty understanding who I am or what I say, I'm happy to explain. I'm happy to explain. You know what I mean? Um, and listen, as I said, Lord, join us again, no problem. All right, KR, please don't ban him. In fact, if anyone's going to ban him, I'll ban him. If I feel that Snizzy is being bad, I'll ban him, right? So please, it's fine. Don't worry. There's no point getting worked out over it. And end of the day, KR, I've never met you, right? But I trust you as a brother. Hence why you have a moderator thing. And I know he heard like these comments sounded like he's attacking me, and you're probably trying to protect me. Fine. I don't need that. It's fine. When I think that, I'll tell the person. But other than that, right, let's go into XRP. We're not going to do this conversation, especially on a live stream, guys. Let's not ruin it, right? It's freaking awesome. Right, XRP now. XRP pretty much on the same boat, Faisal, right? I'm not even joking. XRP is actually on the same boat. So we have had a reset, all right? The RSI daily reset has come in. 5 days, we are also seeing the 5-day reset as well. So that is pointing up again, so it's giving us indications. Even though we have another 4 days remaining, it's giving us an indication that it wants to move up, right? So within the next 4 or 5 days, we should start pumping back up again for the XRP. Pretty much everything on the same boat. So any coin you're looking at, especially on the top tier list, like the blue chips, they're all looking positive right now, to be honest. Every one of them are looking positive. So I can't really pick on one of them and say this one's looking bad or good. So far, everything is looking good. Everything is looking good, right? So let's see what that does. All right. Faisal says update on the meme coin. Okay, we'll talk about that, no problem. Desi says, I'm here, bro. I will check the link you posted on Discord first, then be in touch. No problem, my brother. You're welcome. No problem. Lord says, I joined because he talked positive about XRP on YouTube. Yet on Discord, his history a few months ago was saying how much he hated it. My first impression was complete contradiction. No, it's fine. That's the thing. It's like, because obviously you've seen some parts of the conversation, and I'm going to explain it once again. Please, Lord Luxury, let this be the last time I explain it, please. Okay. So first thing I'm going to try and clear out, we have genuine people who hold a large sum of XRP in the community, right? I have a bunch of people on my contact list who hold large quantities, and I've talked about it. People have bought $100,000, $400,000 worth. I have those people in my contact list that I've actually sat down and spoke to. So it's positive. When I'm doing an XRP update, I'm doing it for them. But I've never ever combined and just been bullish about it or just been kind of hyped up about it. I've always stated the real fact. And most people don't see that. And I understand that a lot of these guys are like XRP maxis or BTC maxis or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're a maxi, right? And they only see one thing. And I'm like, guys, do you not see the rest of it? And this is why I don't trust it, right? And I've always don't trust it, right? So when someone asked me the message you looked, right? And by the way, I can't even remember, but I'm just kind of thinking that's probably the reason why. So when someone asks me, what do you think about XRP, should I buy it? I probably says, nah, it's a shitcoin, don't buy it. But there could be a reason why I said it at that particular time. And yes, that kind of looks like, oh, this guy's contradicting himself. But you can't use old data with new sentiment. Do you know what I mean? So please understand this. So sometimes, yes, we can change our minds. I don't, it's not like I don't hold XRP. When I didn't, I said I don't. When I do, I do. Before I held it. So I've mentioned every time I held it, I said I held it, guys, and I dumped it. When I bought it again, I said bought it. When I had it as a gift, I've always been transparent with it, right? If I long it, I say I'm going to long it. If I'm going to short it, I'm going to say I'm going to short it. So I've always been transparent. But I also, one of the biggest positive things that a lot of people don't see in that negativity that I give, right? One of the biggest positive thing, guys, the only thing I'm saying is for XRP to move forward as a decentralized cryptocurrency, which is questionable because it's not decentralized. The founders or the corporation, the 80% that they gave themselves, they need to get rid of that. They need to give that away back to the public. And I believe that XRP, more and more people buy it. One day, we will have the majority control over it. And when I say we, now I'm a we because I'm going to hold what I received in gift. And the very person who gave me the gift is here. He knows exactly how much I own. In fact, he can see for his own eyes, if he tracks the wallet address he sent it to, that XRP hasn't grown a single bit. So I haven't added another single XRP. Neither have I minus the single XRP, because that wasn't a financial transaction, right? I'm providing a service, yes, but I didn't want the money. I just said, look, it's whatever you want, doesn't matter. We'll sort something out, and whatever you want to pay with, just pay it. But it's principles. That's all it was. It's just purely principle. It's like how like for example, I said to Desi, I'll help you out with the stop loss. That's just me being humble. I'll help you out, right? That's not an issue. Now, if Desi then contacts me later on, say a month later, he contacts me and says, Sham, I need your services. Can you please give me an hour or 2 hours? Then I'll say, that's my charge. That's my charge. And you're welcome to pay me in any currency. But I'm only charging you because it's principles, nothing else. I have to charge. That's, you know, end of the day, if I do this, then everybody's going to come to me. And I don't have all the time. I'm just one guy. I'm just one guy. Do you know what I mean? So when people come and watch me for, 100 people, 500 people watch me, for example, or the friends and circles that I have, right? If everybody starts coming to, I wouldn't have enough time in the world to provide services to everybody. So that's why I kind of have my barriers and I keep my distance from certain things and I don't plug everything. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. All right. So what? The catcher idea? I don't know what the catcher idea is, man. Oh, catch up. Okay, right. Okay. All right, KR, take care. No worries, guys. Anyway, no worries. Right. Lord, I appreciate that if you understand the context and the thing, and I understand that you're probably just commenting, nothing more, and it's fine. And that's why I said to you, I said, let me clear the thing for you. Other than that, that's it. But I know that, look, I get, whenever I talk about, and it's not XRP. XRP just happens to be one of the most famous ones. But whenever I talk about some coins, if I see something centralized, yeah, I'll mention it, and I'll mention how it doesn't help or it will be beneficial if the founders didn't hold so much and whatnot. So that's just me kind of being positive, but also kind of, it looks negative, but I'm not. Initially, I'm for the people. I'm for the people, and I always say, listen, I think that's the best way to say it. Whatever the people want, that's what I want. And talking about meme coin, like we talked about meme coin strategy, and I talk about meme coin, right? So the meme coin that we're talking about doing. So I'm going to explain this once again, and I hope that I don't have to explain this again, right? So the meme coin is not like something, and you've seen the Discord comments, so you can vouch for this. You can vouch for this. So I said, guys, there are so many people out there creating cryptocurrencies, creating meme coins and whatnot. And it was actually Crypto Roach who inspired me from a video he shared to me. I said, look, so many people are doing it, but many people are getting rugged and whatnot. Well, why can't we create something and we know that we're not going to rug ourselves? And if we do it with the minimum threshold, like everything is very minimal. So that way there's least risk, right? And all the community members can have the pre-allocation. So funding a particular wallet means you're all part of that pre-funding wallet, right? The pre-allocation wallet. So if you're, say, for example, a crypto founder or dev normally holds 10-15% of the supply, like 10% on average. I'm saying, instead of me being the developer creating this, right, and keeping 10% to myself, how about this, guys? Why don't you all join that 10%? Do you know what I mean? And if more people come in, then the amount you invest is going to be less. But more people come in, yeah, it's less. Could be even like if we have 10,000 people, we'll do $1. $1. What's $1? $1's nothing, right? So we just put $1 in and we just have fun. And that's the pre-allocation amount. That means before it goes to the market. Because when it goes to the market, then it could pump and dump and do whatever. Everyone's free to do that, right? If you believe in the project, well, you buy. If you don't believe in it, you dump, do whatever. But that pre-allocation is just for fun. But I'm not taking a cent more than anybody else. And that's what the part you kind of missed out. You didn't realize this, that I'm not taking a penny more, brother. Never taking a penny more. Oh, IOTA is very good. It's an old project from 2017. Very, very good project. It hasn't seen many updates, sadly, but it's a good project. It does pump during the bull market. I would advise, if you do buy it, just make sure whatever you do, have a stop loss somewhere, ideally above where you bought it. So like not now, like when you buy it, if it pumps a little bit, then put a stop loss. So that way you can take your initial out, worst case scenario, if the market goes south. But yeah, we've got a little bit more time left in the market. So yeah, IOTA is a great project. It's a great project. It was a coin came out during the 2017 ICO boom, right? So that's where how far back it goes, and it's got a good team and everything behind it as well. So, but saying that, look, when you're in it for the money, none of that matters. Just the fundamentals, right? We don't need to worry about the fundamentals, or who backs it or whatever. So that's that, Hasib. I hope that kind of helps you. So talking about the coin, right? So there, like, I've been engaging with the community. And by the way, luxury. I hope that kind of makes sense to you about the coin. I know sometimes people like to jump on some parts of it, and like see one thing and another. But the main key point here is, I'm saying, guys, whatever the developer wallet is, everybody fund that wallet. Everybody's a developer. And whatever, say for example, we get 10% of the supply or 5% of the supply, or even 1% of the supply, that coin gets distributed back to everybody based on a democracy, means some sort of a voting mechanism, and that's it. So everybody's getting. I'm not getting anything. If you get 1%, I get 1%. Do you know what I mean? But of course, on the open market, I will be buying and selling. That's a different story. That's me trading. They are implementing Move on IOTA too. Thanks for your opinion, brother. What, Move the language? Are they putting the Move language or something? I don't know what you're talking about. IOTA is already being used. So the technology is already being used by a few companies around the world. But yeah, I mean, they had a massive ICO raise, Sorry, I'm just looking at the time. So we've got 20 minutes, and then after 20 minutes, I gotta go. Silent, are you still here? If you're here, 20 minutes, I'm gonna finish the stream and I'll head towards you. So let's see what happens. Yes, the language. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Move language is good. It's a nice, powerful language, very modern language, and a lot more adaptable. So yeah, Move is good. That's good. Yeah. Yes, I know it's like Suri. So yeah, it's a good language. It's a good language. Unfortunately, I'm not that familiar with Move. Listen, it took me a long time to learn Java, and then after I learned Java, I discovered Solidity, and yeah, it was quite similar, but it started being confusing. Then I learned Solidity, and I was like, okay, fine. And then now we've got Move, we've got Rust, and all of those. I'm like, oh, man, I can't be bothered to learn them now. Leave it. I'm just going to rely on other people and their technologies, because I can't be bothered to learn any more languages. Because how many are you going to learn, right? You know, it's hard as it is. Talking to you guys, for example, talking to you in English, right? That's hard as it is. Of course, technically it's like my first language, but it's not. It's actually my second language, because I do have my mother's tongue, but I'm not that good at my mother's tongue because I don't use it. I kind of forgot, right? I don't use it all the time, so it is what it is, man. So no, bless you too, my brother. See, bless you, right? End of the day, yeah, we're all here for the money. That's the most important thing. And make money, save money, don't lose money. Whatever you do, your aim should always be to keep your initial investment and not lose money. Now, let me go back to what we're going to talk about, the meme coin. So the meme coin, I've engaged with the community, right? I'm not going to talk about anything else now anyway. So I engaged with the community. I've asked for a whole bunch of names, and a few people have come along and given a whole bunch of names. I've also published a whole bunch of names that I want to give, and this is for the initial project. This is the call it the gateway project, the community foundation project, right? So that's happening first, right? So we've got a whole bunch of names. There is one or two names that I like, and there's a few people actually like as well. So I will decide that later. Right now, the process is obviously finding all the socials for all of those coins. So we need to find all the socials. That's a mission. We're doing that. And then we've got to find all the websites, if that's the case, if that's what we're going to do for all of those coins as well. And there's a reason. I'm not saying we're going to launch all the coins, guys, but if we are going to launch a coin, we need to know they're all connected, right? So we're going to find these. And then also creating logos and all sorts as well. So using AI and whatnot. So a lot of basic tools, right? To create all of these. Once all of these are ready, then I will publish the information, so the token information, the Twitter account, XYZ, you name it. I'll publish everything, and then obviously people can participate two different ways. It's up to them. So I'm not getting involved in that, right? How people participate, none of that. I'm not doing any paid promotion also. So if someone came to me and they're like, oh, you should do this and that, I was like, yeah, no problem. Someone said, oh, it's going to cost you £8,000 to do this. Someone said, oh, it's going to cost you £50,000 to do the marketing. I was like, great. I'm not going to spend 50 cents. I'm not going to spend 50 cents because I'm not here to make anything out of it. People who spend 50k on a marketing budget, they're planning to make 5 million out of it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not in it for that. So whatever you see is going to be transparent on the blockchain. So that's how it's going to be. So you take your time, my brother. You take your time. I'm going to go in about 20 minutes. So I'm about 15-20 minutes drive from there, but I don't have any traffic here. I will go there and I'll select a nice little table. Just a quick question for you: do you like the window or do you like somewhere in the back? Sounds bloody hilarious. All right, you're somewhere quiet or the window. Roach, my brother. Where have you been, man? Where have you been? We had so much going on here. I hope you watch it from the beginning. Also, have a read through all the chats as well, please. I think that may give you some context on what we were talking about, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm not going to repeat myself. But yeah, I mean, look, that's what the plan is, guys. Anyway, so ultimately, listen, what I said the other day as well on the live stream as well, guys. Yes, we are creating a meme coin, definitely happening. But I'm not doing it without the community, right? If the community is not part of it, I'm not even bothered. Get lost, because it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Because the reason it doesn't matter is because it's for the community. If I wanted to do something, I could do 1,000 cryptocurrencies today, literally, just print, paste and copy, right? Copy and paste, launch 1,000 cryptocurrencies, and nobody's going to be wiser. No one's going to know it was me. That's what the scammers are doing, if that's what my intention was. But no, that's not what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? So Silent says, your pick, brother. My only preference would be not to choose to where all the smoke is. Otherwise, we're gonna come out thinking, okay, smelling like a pair of kebabs. No, that's fine. The place is good. Don't worry about that. The place is good. It's well ventilated, very nice, a smart place. I'm sure you've seen it on Google. Place is good. But yeah, we'll fine. I'll find something good for you. So I think window is good for you. We'll do a window. You'll be all right. The place doesn't smell that bad. Or it doesn't smell at all. Actually, it's actually quite good, nice and clean. So yeah, talking about smoke, you made me smoke now. Guys, if you have any other questions, please do let me know. I think I've said enough about the meme coin. As I said, like, look, we are going to launch a meme coin. But we're still in the planning phase right now, because it's a community thing. It's a community collaboration. So even though there may be some suggestions I would make, there may be some things I might choose, right? Just because I think that would suit the community or the narrative that we have. Because as I said, it's a movement. What we're about to start is not a meme coin. It's not a cryptocurrency. It's not a financial revolution. No, none of that. It's a movement. It's a movement to say that, look, there are communities out there who don't have intentions to go and rug you. There are community founders like myself out there, and I know many as well, who are out there who are genuine humble. They don't do it for the money, and I'm not doing it for the money, but I'm doing it for the community to have fun. What I mean by I'm doing it is my face is here right now, right? My face is here right now. So if there's a guillotine, my head is on the guillotine right now, not anybody else, right? So hence why I need to make sure that I'm extra cautious and I protect everybody as much as possible, right? And if something comes out of it and people make money out of it, good luck to all of you. Do you know what I mean? Good luck to all of you. You know, end of the day, it's a collaboration between everybody. So that's what it is, you know. So I hope people understand that, and people, like, as I said, even on I will mention it on YouTube as well. When we go live, I'll mention the date. Definitely mention the date and time, and the rules. I'll mention those. So people, complete transparency, guys. It will be open book. People, for the first time, and there's a reason why I call it a meme, by the way. A lot of people didn't realize why I call it a meme. It doesn't have to be. Memes are usually what has 500 trillion supply. No, it won't have 500 trillion supply. All right, it'll be less than that. It will be a cryptocurrency. But the point is most cryptocurrencies come out and they're all wow, the big white paper, right? Big white paper, big team behind it, you know, big credentials, you know, Google this and Google that. I worked in this company, I worked in that, I'm ex Facebook, and it's all like news, media coverage, all of that, right? We're not doing any of that, because as I said, I'm not even going to spend 50 cents. So we're not doing any of that. But it's a real community, right? And if as a real community, if we launch this, right, yes, it's a cryptocurrency, right, but it's actually the vision behind it is just a movement, nothing else, right? Where everybody's promising to build the next blockchain, next this. And how many blockchains do we have right now? I mean, how many do we freaking need, right? It's getting stupid, right? It's getting ridiculous, because you can copy and paste and launch a blockchain. So that's what's happening. How many cryptocurrencies do we have, right? I said 4 or 5 million being tracked. There's 20, 30 million coins out there, right, that are not even being tracked. You know what I mean? So think about how many coins there are. So how many do we really need? But then how many of them will promise you and have a community behind it that says, actually, we're going to protect ourselves? Yes, you're free to trade and buy or sell whatever. So pump and dumps, yeah, good luck. I recommend that. Go and do pump and dumps, right? But you know that the founders are not going to rug you. That's the most important thing. Because what do they rug? The liquidity. Well, at least you know the liquidity is not getting rugged, and we get to have fun, and end of the day we get to say we created that, and guess what? There's no rugs. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking for anyway. So duty calls. What is your best pick for the bull run? You're a bit late to the bull run question, but yes, if I do pick something, I'm personally betting on so there's a few categories. So Bitcoin is obviously number one. Then for the alts, right? I have a few picks, and I'm going to tell you from my list, and I will happily flip the camera if you want to see it. I'm looking at Ethereum. I'm looking at Crow. I'm looking at SEI. I'm looking at SEI. We've got Sui is another one, but Sui's already done its move anyway, but it's got potential. It's going to do more. Arbitrum's another one we're looking at. XRP, definitely. I'm still targeting XRP. For this season, I've mentioned it. I'm targeting $10. I think XRP can do $10, right? So I'm hoping for a $10 XRP. I'm hoping for a $400 Solana. I didn't go with a ridiculous number, $400 Solana. With SEI, I think SEI can go back to $1 and possibly even hit $2. So that's a big one. Okay, Sonic. So you're into that, right? If you're looking at Sonic, yeah, it's not bad. But I don't think we should look at, I mean, look, let's wait. The low cap coins, right? Let's put it this way. If you are looking at low cap coins like Sonic and this and that, right? You have to invest just enough money that you can afford to lose, right? That's the only advice I can give. You can afford to lose. Not that the coin's going to go away. Not that they're going to run. No. What the problem is like, if you're going to believe in that one, right? Then you don't bet the farm on it. That's all I'm saying. Don't bet the farm on it, right? FTM was rebranded to Sonic. There you go. So that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, they've been doing a lot of rebranding, right? Bloody hell. FTM's been active, right? Phantom's been active. So yeah, Phantom's good. Phantom's good. So look, I'm an old school guy, so that's why I didn't understand Sonic was Phantom, right? But yeah, Phantom's good. But again, Phantom suffers a lot. In fact, it suffers more than a lot of the other alts during a dump. Do you know what I mean? So just be careful. Phantom's a good project, by the way. It's got some good founders behind it, and these are OGs in the game, right? They've been around for a very long time, right? So yeah, they're good. So I'll remember that Sonic is Phantom now, because I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know. I do have Phantom, and I've been holding Phantom since 2017. So I've got Phantom in one of their wallets. I still have it. I saw it the other day as well. So I have a little bit of Phantom. It's been sitting there for forever. It's gone up at some stage and it's gone down again. It's fine. It's still there. So duty calls, you say Sonic is the touted as the fastest blockchain in crypto, possibly, but who cares? Who cares? If you blink and it comes, that's the fastest. So unless we have that, where you can't, before you can blink it comes, who cares? It doesn't really matter. You know, like people go on the narrative, oh, it's the fastest one, it's the best one, it's the strongest one, it's the decentralized one. Yeah, decentralized, fair play, right? Does it really matter? Because how many transactions are you going to do? I mean, unless you're running a bank on it, what are you really going to do? So end of the day, does that really matter? It doesn't. But I understand it's a promoting, it's a marketing, it's a campaign. Fair play, it's okay. You know, we don't look at that. We just look at the time of the season. It's like, okay, this is the season to make money. We're going to make money. But it's also the season we've got to protect whatever money we make. So we have a stop loss and we protect ourselves. That's all it is. And then when we go into the bear market, that's the time for us to buy and hold. So we buy and hold in a bear market, right? So we buy whatever coins we like. We keep an eye on them now, and we buy them in a bear market or whenever we're the bloodiest, right? Red days are best days for us. So on a red day, we buy these, we hold on to them. And then during the green times, we start selling them off. So that's what it is. So, no, I haven't heard of Entangle, no. These are all new to me. Listen, I'm an old school guy. I've been in crypto since when they had like 300 coins. So imagine when we've got 4 million coins being tracked. You're talking to a guy who's old school, right? Yeah, back in the days when we had like 300 coins, or even when we had 3,000 coins, if someone said you heard of this, like for example, earlier on someone asked me about what was it, IOTA? Yeah, during that time, before IOTA and all of that, we had like 300 coins. So it was easy for me to say, yeah, I know this coin, because it's 300 coins. It's easier to research 300 coins. Then it became 3,000 coins. Like, what the hell is going on? By the end of the 2017 bull market, we had 3,600 coins, right? And then when we hit like the 2020 bull market, we had like 10,000 coins, right? And then it just didn't stop. So yeah, it's getting harder for me to remember all of them. Entangle, okay, which narrative you think will run in the next couple of months? We had AI in the last bull run. Funny, we had AI last bull run. AI is still this bull run as well. So I think there's the new category right now. It's not AI, right? Because the previous AI we had, most of them were usually like AI storage, right? That's what we had. So to be more specific, it was AI storage and all sorts, right? That's what the narratives were when we talked about AI. But this season, it's not storage anymore. It's now AI agents. It's what you can do with the AI. And I think those AI agent ones are good picks. So have a look at all of them. There's hundreds of them. So if you go on CoinMarketCap and actually on the category, go to AI agents, keep an eye on them because I think they are good. Yes, AI agents, yeah. They're known as AI agents. So go on Google and just type in crypto AI agents. You'll see what they are. So these are actual use cases, like, for example, voice models and language models that they have, the LLMs, right? Similar way, they have actual agents to do certain things. So it just takes, does a particular function, right? That's what AI agents are. Is Entangle one of them? Okay, fair go. There you go. That's a good thing. So yeah, AI agents, yeah. Moving forward says, so they shouldn't buy back after selling, right? Moving, did you say anything else? I don't know. Where's your full conversation? What are we talking about? Moving, I have no idea what context you're talking about. When you say so they shouldn't buy back after selling, right? Buy back what? I don't know. So I don't know. Moving forward, isn't crypto a scam? They should listen to Jim Cramer. Listen, everything's a scam. Everything's a scam until it's not. If it makes you money, who cares if it's a scam? That's my point. It's like, listen, just end of the day, if you're buying, you understand that whatever you're investing into, right, however money you're investing, you can afford to lose. Because if you can't burn money, like literally put a lighter to it and destroy that money, then you shouldn't be investing that. You shouldn't be investing anything you can't afford to lose in anything. In a house, in a car, right? You shouldn't be investing anything. You know what I mean? So you got to look at it that way. So yeah, ultimately everything's a freaking scam, in my opinion. I mean, think about it. There are plenty of stuff being built these days, like devices and all sorts of other stuff, right? I forgot what they call it, where it's programmed to fail at a specific time, right? It's programmed to not be good. Like they have this, something obsolescence they call it. I forgot what the word is, right? There's a planned obsolescence, yeah, planned obsolescence. So they have planned obsolescence in a lot of the stuff. Isn't that a freaking scam? If you're planning for it to be obsolescent, then isn't that a scam? You know what I mean? But it's allowed, so yeah, it is what it is. I know you're kidding, my brother. Duty Call says it's good publicity for Jim Cramer. We are talking about it just because he said that. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Exactly, as long as we make money, that's all. It's hilarious to me. What is hilarious to you? Duty Call says everything is manipulated, including BTC. Exactly. You know, this whole meme coin idea that I've had, there was a video that I mentioned Roach shared with me. In that video, this video was to do with it's the Linear Foundation and Consensus as well. And plus there's a guy called Murad. Everyone's heard of him on Twitter. He's even been on the news. There was a conversation between three of those people, and that's the one that inspired me to launch a meme coin. And what one of the founders, so he's an ex-founder or one of the founders of Ethereum, what he mentioned was even Bitcoin is a meme coin. And the way they explained it made total sense to me. So yeah, everything's a scam, everything's a meme coin, right? And everything is manipulated, right? Wherever the money goes, that's where the marketing is, right? Yeah, 100%, 100%. But ultimately, regardless what it is, mind game or not, the most important thing is, can you make money out of it? If you can, make the money out of it. Don't worry about anything else. The rest is history. The rest is history, right? We get in, we buy, we pump, and then we get out, and the rest is history. Simple. It's not that hard, is it? You know what I mean? So that's the most important. I think too many people get entangled. Entangled. Oh my God. That's not a pun. I did not mean to say that. But anyway, we get too entangled in what the project is, or who the founders are, or how much money is invested, or who's invested, right? Or how much marketing they have, or how many people they're following. All of those things. Even me, we get overwhelmed with all of these things. But actually, the real truth is we don't need to worry about any of this thing. If we buy on a red candle, can we sell on a green candle? Is it a potential, the probability, we just based on the probability? If this thing is showing it's on a downtrend, does it look like it might go on an uptrend? If it looks like it's going to go on an uptrend, well, you buy and you go on the uptrend and make money. That's it. Simple. I think it's so easy, so we don't need to confuse ourselves, you know, because a lot of people get too overwhelmed with some of the stuff. We don't need none of that. Who's messaging me? Sorry, guys. I've got a few messages coming. I've got to go. Time's up. Okay, other than that, thank you very much to all of you guys for coming to the show. It's been an absolute pleasure, right? And I'm going to catch you guys on another one very soon, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more constructive stuff. And guys, please, if you do come here, and whatever you feel, right, you're free to express your things. And I'm going to tell all the guys on Discord and everything as well, because like, look, guys, you're free to feel however you feel about me or think about me. It's okay. You are you, I am me, so it's fine. You know, I'm not going to be here, but please don't accuse me of anything I haven't done. That's the one thing that I cannot accept. You know, for me, kind of, it's heartbreaking. It's like, why would someone come? They don't even know you. Why would someone judge you? So don't do that. That's all I'm asking for. Other than that, be respectful, be kind, right? I'm not here to gain anything off you. I know I say that and you probably think, oh, actually he does. No, I'm not. You know, for me coming here talking to you guys is like therapy, and at the same time, what I was going to say to one person, I'm now saying it to everybody. Whoever's watching this, you're getting this, of course. And many people that watch these videos don't even last here for 2 minutes, right? They come, then they shift off, so it's their loss, right? Others who watch it the entire time, they get the most benefit, right? So other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe, and there are plenty of links in the description. Go check them out. If something helps you out there, like go use it. If not, then it is what it is. Other than that, I'll see you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.